In the summer of 1957, a kite depicting Sun Wukong flew far away and landed on Montmartre in Paris, France.
我把这封信交给了风筝，我把这只风筝交给了风。今天，这股中国的风吹拂着我，明天它也许会去找另一个儿童。
In 1958, The Magic of the Kite was released in France and became the first movie that little Christian saw in his life. In 2017, attracted by Chinese culture, Christian came to Zhejiang University to study and decided to settle in Xixing Asian town in Hangzhou.
This is such a coincidence.
Such a coincidence.
In Xixing, Christian is known as a warm-hearted local citizen. He doesn't understand the Hangzhou dialect, but it doesn't prevent him from becoming a local in Hangzhou.
Getting married, or sometimes she's looking for children. So I hear calling out children, "Where are you? We are by Ye.
They call you
They call
Ye?
me Waiguo Ye.
Oh, why boy?
In Chris's view, the Asian town is full of poetry. The old houses and inconspicuous historical traces have endless vitality.
Don't you feel like it's kind of old and
It's not old, it's alive. My generation, when I was a child, I lived in old places like this. The flowers, the plants are growing into the house. So this place is alive. Beautiful
Outside
one,
the room
and
where Christian
somebody
lives, there is a small sailboat that has special significance. At 27, he sailed a 10-meter-long sailboat across the Atlantic Ocean to a small island in the Caribbean, becoming a sailing instructor. Now, handling the sailboat here means that he has settled down in Xixing. During his studies at Zhejiang University, Chris read the book Illustrations Shipbuilding History of Asian China. He learned that the world's oldest existing dugout canoe, 8,000-year-old, was unearthed at Kuahuqiao site in Shaoshan, not far away from where he lives. Previously, in the Western conventional wisdom, the oldest boat appeared in Egypt around 3100 BC. So Chris came up with the idea of translating books. He flew back to France and found a French publisher to help, initially planning to complete the translation in 3 years.
But 1 week later, the publisher calls me and says, "Listen, if you send me the French manuscript on the 1st of March, 2019, which is 1 month and a half later, then I can publish it right away." I said, "You are crazy?"
During that spring festival, Christian worked nearly 18 hours per day. He translated the over 400,000-character Chinese book into French within 2 months. The book was introduced at 2 major boat festivals in France. Later, he translated 2 more books on Chinese boats and water conservancy, which drew his attention to the advanced water conservancy system and canoe craftsmanship of the Liangzhu ancient city. How to make the world better understand Hangzhou's long history and water culture. He thought of making children's picture books to introduce Chinese maritime culture. For this, he invited pen artist Wei Zhiren to Xixing. Then, something interesting happened.
But when my friend comes there and sees this kite, he's at the door, he says, "Oh, Sun Wukong."
中国跟法国拍这个电影叫《风筝》，这个风客里这马上就是眼睛就亮起来，就非常非常激动。他说是风筝，他说你怎么知道？他说我小时候就看过我亲自看过拍这个电影。
Before leaving Hangzhou, Gui Zhiren gave Christian a hand-drawn pen illustration, making a promise to co-produce a children's picture book. Flying and sailing are interconnected. In the second year on the Caribbean island, Christian found sailing was not challenging anymore and went to learn flying, eventually founding a flight school. At 61, he read a media report predicting that the world would need 500,000 pilots in the next 20 years, with China having a large gap.
And I thought instead of retiring, I can be beneficial for the aviation community.
Coincidentally, Christian's friend, former French Navy pilot Frank, was sent to Hangzhou by an international airline to develop business in 2011. 6 years later, the company wanted Frank to move to the US, but he made an unexpected decision.
18 years in this company. It was a long time that I was in this company. I was pilot and manager on this company. I decided to resign, to stay in China.
That's a big decision.
The decision was just really motivated by the fact that I wanted to stay in China.
Frank did not want to miss the rapid development of China's aviation industry. In 2022, 14th Five-Year Plan for General Aviation Development was officially issued. Since March 2024, the Zhejiang provincial government has held 2 special meetings to discuss building a strong civil aviation province and developing the low-altitude economy. Frank keenly captured the huge potential of Hangzhou's aviation market and founded a business jet company. Christian felt the time had come to realize his dream of teaching flying.
I think the aviation will be one of the important links between France and China, because France is one of at the base of the history of the aviation. The national government to open the airspace and to develop the industry of the aviation, in fact, that we have a huge opportunity for our 2 countries.
And this is amazing. We are lucky to be there at this time.
This year, they will jointly design and promote aviation knowledge courses for Chinese students. Kite is the earliest flying device in human history. When a kite flies from here to there, it brings about a friendship. Before parting, Christian gave me a copy of 100 questions on fascinating aviation that he wrote, with a note on the title page.
我的朋友